Hi friends, for today's math we are going to review topic 6 on page 387. Okay, make sure to have your math book and a pencil. Okay, let's take a look at number 1. Which set of tally marks shows the number of hats in the picture graph? Okay, so we are looking at the information about the hats. Let's count and see how many hats there are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I need to find the tally mark that shows 4, A, B, C, or D. If you said B, great job. Make sure to count that. 1, 2, 3, 4. A only shows 2. C shows that group of 5. And D shows 5 and 1 more, which is 6. Number 2, look at the picture graph in item 1. So we're going to use this picture graph here to solve this problem. How many fewer mitts than hats are there? So this is a comparing question, boys and girls. So let's compare how many mitts we have to hats. How many fewer mitts than hats are there? Okay, we definitely know there are more hats than mitts. So how many fewer mitts are there than hats? Let's compare. Partner them up. Give one hat to a mitt. How many fewer mitts are there? 1, 2. There are 2 fewer mitts than hats. So letter C is the correct answer. For number 3, it says to use the picture graph on the side and to answer the question. Which of the following statements are true? Choose all that apply, so that means there can be more than one answer. Let's go through each of the statements to see if they're true. Okay, the picture graph shows zoo animals, penguins, and bears. Okay, there are 2 more penguins than bears. Is that true? Let's take a look at our picture graph. There are 2 more penguins than bears. This is a comparing question, so we are going to think and compare. Let's partner up 1 penguin to each bear. Are there 2 more penguins than bears? 1, 2. Yes, so this statement is true. Let's look at the next one. There are 2 fewer bears than penguins. We know there are more penguins than bears because that's what the picture graph shows us. Are there 2 fewer bears than penguins? Okay, we already compared. Are there 2 fewer? Yes, I would need 2 more bears to catch up to the penguins, the number of penguins. So that's correct. There are 2 less bears than penguins. This third one, there are more bears than penguins. Is that true? Are there more bears than penguins? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 penguins. 1, 2, and there are only 3 bears. No, there are more penguins than bears. So that's not something we would color in because that statement is not true. And the last one, there are 8 bears and penguins. So in total, are there 8 bears and penguins? Let's count. 5 plus 3. What's 5 and 3 more? You can count on. 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 bears and penguins in all. So this statement is true. Okay, let's turn to the next page on page 388. Use the tally chart to solve each problem below. So they asked several people about their favorite winter activity. They had to choose between skating, skiing, and sledding. Kyla asks her friends a survey question. Which is their favorite winter activity? So we want to look for the activity that has the most votes. Let's count and see. Skating, that has 5 votes. So I'm just going to write the number 5 here. Skiing, 1, 2, 3. And sledding, 5, 6, 7. So which is their favorite winter activity? Which number is the greatest? 7 is greater than 3 and 5. So sledding is the favorite winter activity? We're going to write sledding on the line here. Now for number 5, it says to use the tally chart from item 4, from question number 4, to complete the picture graph below. So we've done this many times. We are going to take the information on our tally chart and move it over to a picture graph. It looks like they did the skating one for us already. They showed 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, for skiing, we need to show 1, 2, 3. So since skiing and sledding start with the same letters, we're going to do the first 2 letters, skiing. So I'm going to show that 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And then sledding, I need to show that 7 times because there are 7 tally marks, 7 votes. Sledding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now let's take a look at number 6. How many students took the survey? Write an equation to show your work. Okay, now we need to know how many students took your favorite winter activity survey in all. There are 3 different choices, which means I should have 3 different add-ins. Okay, let's take a look. I had 5 students took the survey. 5 students chose skating, so 5 is going to be my first add-in. And if I'm trying to see how many students took the survey in all, then I know that I need to add. Okay, 5 and 1, 2, 3. 5 plus 3 plus that last add-in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I took all the information I have from the picture graph and wrote it in an equation. Now I'm ready to add. Remember, when we have 3 different add-ins, you want to pick 2 add-ins that you think is the easiest to add first. I want to do 3 plus 7 because I know that equals 10. And now I'm going to add 5 to 10. 5 plus 10. What's 10 and 5 more? You can count on, use your cubes, draw a picture. I'm going to count on 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 10 and 5 more equals 15. So 15 students took the survey in all. Okay, number 7. More students take the survey. Skiing is now the favorite activity. What is the fewest number of votes needed for this to happen? So as of now, sledding is the favorite activity because 7 is greater than 3 and 5. I need to make skiing the favorite activity. How many more votes do I need to add to make that possible? Okay, so I have to have a number that's greater than 7 by at least 1. So let's go ahead and fill in the votes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I give skiing just 4 votes, that's going to equal the amount. I need to make skiing the favorite, so I'm going to give it 1 more vote. How many votes in all did I need to give skiing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I needed to give 5 votes to skiing for it to be the favorite. Okay, let's write an equation for that. I had 3 votes to begin with, and I needed to give 5 votes for skiing to give that a total number of 8 votes. 8 is greater than 7, so I needed to give the skiing 5 more votes for it to be the favorite activity. Okay, you can always write an equation to explain your thinking. Okay, great work.